We just got back from Portugal, and one of the things that we loved the most was the food. So we are gonna start a cooking series where we make all of our favorite meals that we had in Portugal. Can you finish that? Yeah, look at this part off. One of our favorite meals that we had there was called bitok, and it is so good. Every single Portuguese restaurant pretty much has a version of this, so we're gonna teach you guys how to make it. We also bought this plate. Let's show them. We bought this plate from one of their markets. I'm obsessed with it. This is my favorite pattern they had everywhere because it looks like all the tile that's on the buildings. Okay, you guys ready to cook?
Yeah.
Okay. What does every Portuguese meal start with?
I know.
What?
Portuguese olives.
That's right. Every restaurant we went to, they gave us a bowl of delicious Portuguese olives, and the girls now love them. And Portuguese wine. They're so good. You guys ready to cook?
Yeah.
I love Portuguese wine. It's probably my favorite wine.
Very good.
Okay, let's cook dinner. Michael bought the sirloin already. The first step is cutting your steaks in half because you're going to be cooking these in a pan and you want them to be thinner than a typical steak that you would cook on a grill.
Yum.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
For the next step, you're going to chop up some fresh garlic. It has to be fresh. And the more the merrier. We're only going to season the steak with 3 things. Who's the salt queen in our family?
Careful, Mila. Careful.
A flaky sea salt, white pepper, and garlic. Once you've coated the steaks, you're going to set it aside.
Olá, boa noite. Bem-vindo ao canal de Cozinhar com Alex e Michael. Aqui a primeira coisa que vamos fazer é o bitok de Portugal.
God.
Do you know what he said? What did he say?
The only thing I know what you said is boa noite.
Can you say boa noite?
No.
Say
I know boa noite.
boa noite.
Sorry.
Say boa noite, everybody.
Actually, no.
No.
Or
So when I cut potatoes, I always shock them.
shock potatoes.
Shock so they don't release all their water.
What?
So that when you fry, they're nice and moist inside.
I didn't know that. The steak is just sitting over to the side while we do the french
I'm
fries.
gonna peel this the Portuguese way, which is to zigzag with a small knife and just keep guiding with your thumb and taking all the skin off in a circular motion. Because that's how Grandma taught me, and if I didn't do it that way, I'd probably get in trouble.
You can also use a peeler though if you have one at home. He cut them long ways into 3 even pieces and then puts them in the ice water. And then he cuts the french fries horizontally so they all look pretty much the same. Time to fry the french fries. So what we're doing is we just put some avocado oil in a pan, but if you have a tabletop fryer, you can do that. You could also bake the french fries if you like, but we're gonna fry them tonight. You do not wanna put the wet french fries in the oil, okay guys? So make sure you get a towel and dry them off completely. It's still gonna have some moisture, so they will kind of pop when you put them in the oil, so make sure you just be careful. The next time we make this meal, I'm probably gonna bake the french fries because I like baking them better, but Michael really wanted a traditional crunchy french fry. That's gonna cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. You want them to be golden brown, but while that's cooking, I'm gonna start the steak sauce. In a big pan, you're gonna coat the bottom with olive oil, add 3 to 5 bay leaves. And you can use regular butter, but I'm using vegan butter. And then you're gonna add the steaks to that sauce. You're gonna cook them on each side just for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how well you like your steak done. Okay, the first round of french fries is done, so we're taking that out and putting them in some paper towels so it takes some of the oil out. I wish you could smell this because it's incredible. Now it's time to add the vinho verde, which is a Portuguese green wine. You could also use white wine if you can't find this, but I found this bottle at Whole Foods. Then you're gonna add a couple tablespoons of mustard, and then this ingredient is really important. It gives it a really unique flavor. It's a roasted red pepper paste. I couldn't find it pre-made, so we actually made it. I just bought a can of roasted peppers and we blended it with some olive oil and some spices. You're gonna wanna cook this steak in this sauce for a couple minutes so it gets really nice and juicy. We also got this one at the same market. We got the plate. It is so beautiful. We found this market in Porto, which is in the northern part of Portugal. It was amazing. So many fresh fruit and a lot of vendors that had really unique souvenirs. This is where we got our tablecloth, our platters, and my espresso cup. I love getting souvenirs like this because I feel like it just brings back all the memories of when you're there.
I'm setting the table.
Cups. Is that your plate? Do you guys know what side that the drinks should be on when you're setting a table?
No.
Drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, your left.
No.
Drinks
Bread
are
goes
right.
on the left. Drinks
Huh?
go on the right.
In what setting?
In any setting, it's always on the right. I took an etiquette class and they taught me this. So you put your hands like this. Okay, what letter does that make? So that's a B. You see the B? And that's a D. You see? B, D. So that means bread goes on this side, drinks go on this side. So whenever you're setting the table, what side do you put the drinks on? The right side. After a couple minutes of letting that steak cook in that sauce, we're gonna remove the steak so it doesn't overcook. So we set it aside on the platter and then we let the sauce simmer a little bit more to thicken.
I love it. I love the salt cream.
Once the sauce thickened up, I added the steak back in and just coated it a little bit more, and now it's ready. This is how they plate it in Portugal, and I'll explain why. So first, they add the steaks onto the plate. I don't know if you see in the corner, but Michael also fried up 2 eggs because this plate actually traditionally comes with eggs on top of the steak. Then you're gonna pour the sauce all over the steak. You want every drop because it is so delicious. You add the 2 eggs on top of the steak, and then you see that sauce coming onto the other side. That's gonna go on the French fries, and those French fries with the sauce soaked into it, oh my gosh, they're so good. And that's it. Dinner is served. Normally we would make a vegetable to go along with this or a salad, but we honestly didn't have time. And all of us are starving, so we are gonna dig in right now. I hope you guys loved learning all about this dish. We'll be making way more recipes. Let us know if you have one in mind. And if you make this, please comment below and let me know what you thought of it. See you next week, and make sure you subscribe if you wanna stick around. How is it?
Dad, put your head to first, healthy.
So good.